Yeah, back on it, back at it. And y'all already know I'm on the way home from work, and I'm making the video on the way home from work because it's the only time I have to make videos in the daytime. If you ain't heard me say that before. One thing I want to say, thank you for all the new subscribers, man. I've been getting, I think I got like 230 subscribers, bro. I started off with like 30 subscribers, and now I have 230. So, yo, man, God bless all you guys, and thank you for even listening. You know, I don't get paid from none of this shit, but you know, thanks for taking your time out and listen to my video. But anyway, moving on from that, today I want to talk about chemistry, relationships, and just chemistry, period, right? And I just feel like in this generation, I can't speak on any other generation other than mine. You feel me? But I just feel like in this generation, a lot of people take certain things for granted, right? They take a lot of things for granted. They take time for granted, right? They take opportunities for granted, and they take, the chemistry that you build with people for granted. And today we're going to talk specifically on chemistry. So, obviously, chemistry is something very, very rare. And listen to me, I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. I want you to really comprehend. So, chemistry is something that's very rare, right? If you go into a room of 10 people, more than likely, probably 1 out of 10 of those people you're going to have any chemistry with, to make a friend, to talk to, to have a genuine connection with, right? I don't really have a lot of close ass friends because the chemistry is rare. And out of those close friends, I can't, I've only had a couple of friends that I can say were at a best friend level, right? And that all has to do with chemistry. For you and someone to, for someone to be your best friend, like they're your brother or your sibling, there has to be an amount of chemistry there that is, that just has to be there, innately there. Like, it comes from upbringing. You're really not in control of that. So, of course, when it comes on to a more serious aspect like a relationship, chemistry is something huge. So, and I can speak on this because I've dated, a fair share amount of girls for my, my 24 years on this planet. I dated more girls than some guys that are 24. A lot of guys are, they have problems talking to girls or whatever the situation is, their charisma or whatever, right? But, I spoke to a lot of girls. I've been intimate with quite a few girls. And I can tell you this right now, even though I've had some girlfriends and I had some girls that I've dealt with, and I dealt with them for months, we were intimate. To be honest with you, it's a very small amount of them that I've had chemistry with at all, right? Some of them you're able to talk to them, you're able to run jokes or whatever, but a deep chemistry where you're able to be around a person without it being a bother. Like when you have a good friend back in middle school days, elementary school days, or high school days, you have a good friend that you care about. This is your good friend, but you don't really want to be around them for more than a couple of hours because the chemistry isn't there. But on the other hand, you have some friends that can sleep at your house for 2-3 days straight and you have no problem, right? That's the chemistry I'm talking about. Not everyone has that chemistry when it comes on to relationships, right? I've had chemistry with a couple girls, and I've had deep chemistry with this one girl in particular. If she's watching, she knows who the hell she is, right? She knows who she is. And most likely she's watching. She's gonna watch this eventually. I know she watches all my shit. But I'll tell you this, and I'm talking to everyone that can relate, and I'm just gonna shoot straight. You do not, I repeat, you do not throw away relationships or deep chemistry that you have for people, because in your ignorance and your arrogance and your pride, in the moment, you're thinking, okay, I could get me another bitch. Or I could go get me another nigga. But then you're gonna, quickly realize that chemistry is not as easy to come across. Yeah, you guys can be intimate. You can be, sexually attracted. You can be very sexually attracted to someone, and vice versa. They can share mutual feelings with you. But the chemistry doesn't have to be there, right? You're not gonna wanna, it's rare for you to watch a movie with a girl, a 2-hour movie, and still want to hang out with her after the movie. You guys go on a date and you have sex or whatever, not every time the guy wants to, spend the night, or, have the girl spend the night, or spend consecutive hours or days with each other, because that takes chemistry, right? And on top of it, chemistry is not something, I think that you can build chemistry to a certain extent, but a lot of it has to do with, upbringing, the type of person that you are, right? The type of things that you guys like, what you guys are into, right? More times than not, when you get married, you want to marry someone that, that's more similar to you than not. Of course, you guys can't be exactly identical, because in a way, opposites do attract. If a guy is really masculine, he's gonna need a feminine woman. But other than that, the chemistry should be there. So, of course, if you're a Muslim man, you're gonna gravitate towards a Muslim woman. If you're a Christian woman, you're gonna gravitate towards a Christian man. Same thing across the board, right? So when you have, these connections with people in life, trust me, to all the people that are there, that are listening to me, that are younger than me, or the ones that, maybe the same age as me or a little older, when you come across someone that you generally have a connection with or chemistry with, don't throw them away so easily. Don't throw them away so easily, because, and that's another thing, that's another topic for another video. You do not throw away a relationship so easily. You don't do that. All right? Because trust me, it is hard for you to find chemistry with someone that you honestly enjoy being around, and you don't have to compromise yourself or compromise main things about yourself that makes up your character. You know what I mean? Of course, if you're if you're a girl and you like to watch soap operas, I'm not telling you to to sacrifice your soap operas or to force the guy to watch your soap operas with you. You don't got to compromise shit like that. But if you have strong beliefs, let's say you believe in the Most High, right? You believe in Jehovah, right? But this person is not really as spiritual, right? For you to be with them, you're gonna have to compromise who you are, which is that person that's more spiritual, right? So, yeah, back on topic. Just don't throw away the connection that you make with people, because trust me, they're rare. A lot of people that do throw away these connections, they regret it, because they go through life dating, and they never were able to find that one that can make the grass green on the other side, and they always think about what could have been with that last person, right? So, with that being said, don't be that person. If you have chemistry with somebody right now, you try to keep it. Right? Marriage, this is what I want to say before I got off topic. Well, this is the reason why I got off topic. Marriage or long-term relationships, because in my opinion, with my beliefs, marriage isn't, paperwork, right? Legal marriage is paperwork. Of course, you got to go to the courtroom and you got to show paperwork. But marriage, in God's eyes is sex, especially when, you insert yourself into a girl that's a virgin for the first time. You and her are bind. Right? You as a man, you're responsible to, for her well-being, to take care of her, to give her conjugal rights. And as a woman, you're responsible to, help that man and be his support, be his backbone, be his helpmate. All right? So, you don't throw away marriage, you don't throw away long-term relationships, because they're so rare to come by. Right? You're going to be, especially if you were really in love with someone, you're going to be thinking about them for years to come. And even when you move on with your life and you get married to somebody else and you have kids with somebody else or whatever, they're always going to be in the back of your mind. And not only is that selfish, in my opinion, because, you're thinking about someone else while you're with this person right here, right? It's mentally and emotionally taxing and draining, right? You don't want to be with your husband thinking about your boyfriend that you had when you were 20 years old. You don't want to, it's gonna be, you're gonna have urges to reach out to him. You're gonna have urges to speak to him, to hear his voice, and and if you do reach out to him, you do speak to him, you know what it's gonna lead to. You guys speak for a little bit. You guys are gonna eventually meet up, and then you guys are gonna eventually get intimate again, and then you guys are gonna eventually try to, So it's just basically, it's better for you not to even go through that, and to just hold on to what you have. Relationships take 2 responsible adults. There is no such thing as the one. You're never gonna find the one. The one does not exist. You need a competent, mature adult, two competent, mature adults to be in a relationship, to not only love each other, because relationship is not all about love, but to be mature and to come together and for the greater good. You need two mature adults that are selfless, not selfish, that understand that they're under a covenant that binds both of them, and the head of the covenant is God, right? That's what they need to understand, right? Well, nowadays the head of the covenant is the state, but ideally it should be God, right? So it takes two competent, mature adults, and they need to be selfless, because trust me, marriage is not as easy as you want to think it is. A lot of these people that are married for 20, 30, 40 plus years, they have skeletons in the closet. Men have kids outside. Women might have cheated. I'm not saying that that's right, but most likely in my experience, you never find out if a girl cheated, right? There's some real player shit, real red pill shit, right? But most times you won't find out, because girls are really good at hiding that shit, right? But there are skeletons in the closet. With that being said, I'm not trying to steer my young women away from marriage. It's just, you're gonna have to understand that there is nothing perfect. So when you threw away your college lover when you were 21, 22, 25 years old, whatever, you guys were together for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and then you decided that you didn't want to be with them anymore, right? It's going to put you in a place of almost regret, right? Because for a time you're going to be regretting it, right? You're going to go out and go date, and then you're going to realize the cold realities, the cold truth of the world, that there's no such thing as the one. You left this guy or left this girl because you believed that this wasn't the one, and the one was out there, right? When in reality, both of you guys should have been mature and made it work out, because you guys could have made it work out, right? If it's not no iron solid reason why you guys didn't break up, I'm talking about, someone got stabbed, someone got physically hurt, someone went to prison, something like that, someone died. Not, we grew apart and we had differences, and no, all that shit, you could work through all that, because you guys were with each other and lasted more than a couple years because you guys loved each other, right? So with that being said, you were able to work it out, but you being young and prideful, you think that, I don't have to work it out. The grass will be green on the other side. If you're a woman and you shape good, you think, oh man, I got a big butt, I look good, I'm a nice girl, I can get me a nice guy, right? And that's not always the case, because life is not the movies. There's no script to life. There's no blueprint to life, And when I say that, it means that life happens. You could be, you could think that you're doing everything good right now, and then God has a different plan for you, and then whoom, everything changes. Everything gets pulled right from under your feet, right? So that's pretty much all I want to say, today. If you have genuine connection with someone, if you're in a relationship with someone right now, don't throw it away. Don't throw it away. Especially if you're a woman, because you will quickly learn that the grass is really not green on the other side. But yeah, thanks for listening today. Esco Andretti out, y'all.